Hey guys, and welcome to this Strategy Lab video. In today's video I will do the backtest of a Gartley pattern of all possible Gartley pattern variations on major pairs such as Euro dollar, Pound dollar, Dollar yen, Dollar Canadian, Aussie dollar and Euro yen, 1 hour and 30-minute time frames. Of course, you may pause the video while the backtest is over. You may pause the video to type down the results demonstrated in this video for your further use. Well, and before we start, I should place a disclaimer. The first disclaimer says that if you do the backtest using one set of rules, yes, if you wish in your trading for results to be repeatable, to repeat the results of your backtest, you should use the same set of rules, of course. If you find the patterns this way for backtesting, you should also find the patterns the same way for your trading. So this is the disclaimer number one. Keep this in mind. And disclaimer number two is that, of course, past performance does not guarantee future results. So if you use that information that I provide for some trading decisions, then you do it on your own risk. I just warn you. Okay, so let me show you how I personally find patterns, and I use NPS to do that. Okay, and by default NPS draws nothing. And here is the pattern that we are going to backtest today. This will be a Gartley pattern, and to backtest all possible Gartley variation, we start the B point from 0.3 to 786. We start this C point from 0.3 to 1, the D point is 786, the stop loss is 113, and the target would be placed of this kind, 56500. Target 2, target 3 won't be backtested. So why do we have this strange ratio, which is 565? How do I calculate that ratio? This ratio is derived from standard Gartley trading rules. So what do standard Gartley trading rules say about targets? They say that you need to stretch from A to D, and you place your target at 382, your first target, of course. And let's calculate the risk to reward in this case. So we calculate it here. It says 58.5, I suppose, 58.5, and the risk is 67.0. So if we calculate it, 58.5 by 67.0, our best risk to reward is 87. Okay, then what happens? What happens if price goes deeper than your level? So you need to restretch your Fibonacci from initial level and go deeper, and this also affects your target. It becomes lower. So actually, if price will go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and reverse somewhere in the bottom of your range, somewhere closer to your stop loss, your target would also go deeper and deeper and deeper, and your worst case scenario will be this, 17.1. You see, if it reverses here and goes to the upside, then it will be 71. Yes, suppose it is this. And it reversed to hit your targets. 71. 17.1. So let's calculate the risk to reward for that. 17.1 divided 67.0. It is 25 something. And now let's calculate the average risk to reward. So we add that to previous and we divide them by 2, and it equals 56, 4, 17, blah blah blah. I rounded that to 56.5 to have round numbers, 56.5. So that's why I have 56.5 here. Here it is, 56.5. This is the average target, average risk to reward for Gartley pattern, for standard Gartley pattern trading rules. Okay, we will do the backtest as if we trade these patterns with limit orders. Only when you trade a pattern with limit orders, you rely on the pattern itself. You do not rely on some indicators that confirm the reversal. You do not rely on some price action or candlestick formations within the potential reversal zone that confirm the reversal. You first should know if the pattern itself works. If it works, then you can add additional filters, but of course you should test those filters because in many cases adding some filters you make the pattern even worse. Okay, so let's do that. Hope you understood the pattern itself, hope you understood the way I find them. Now let's do the backtest. To do that, I will use my second software and I will load the preset file so it coincides with that. So this is the target ratio, this is the stop loss that I demonstrated, the entry, so this is the B point and the C point from 0.3 to 1. And the output file will be called strategy lab. Okay, and let's do that. It won't take long. So our first backtest started, probably 9 to 10 seconds to backtest 880 patterns totally found. Okay, so let's go to our files. Let's go to MQL4 files, Eurodollar, and here it is, Strategy Lab 60. Open this. So what we have here, we have times needed to do the check if the pattern actually exists. Okay, and here overall expectancy is negative, so the pattern is not profitable. Okay, you keep this in mind that the pattern is not profitable. Overall win percentage is 60%. Okay, let's do the magic. So we turn this into percentages like this, then we go to home, and by the way, let's calculate which percent gives us positive expectancy. So the expectancy is calculated this way: win percentage, which in this case should be 0.65. It means 65%. Multiplied what? Multiplied risk reward 0.565 and minus loss percent. The loss percent in this case is 0.35. 100 minus this. Okay. And the expectancy is 0.17. So what if we do 0.63 versus 37? It turns into negative. What if we say 64 versus 36? It is slightly positive. Okay, so this is almost zero. If you count for spreads, for swaps, for withdrawal commissions, it will turn into negative. So let's say 65 is the minimal win probability we should use. 65. In this case, we have slightly positive expectancy, which will guarantee some winning. So everything that is above 65 should be traded, and everything that is below 65 should not be traded. So we say this should be 65 and it should be green. Okay, now you can see those patterns that should be traded. So let me zoom it in and let me show it to you. Here it is. So this one, the B point is 0.5, 0.6, and the C point is 0.3 to 0.4. So this one, 0.5, 0.6, and this one. So actually we can unite this, saying that the B point is 0.5, 0.6, and the C point is 0.3 to 0.8. You see? So we unite that range exactly as it is here. And we of course only trade these patterns. Well, if we go to NPS, we may set all these patterns. Okay, what is the best performance pattern? it says 80% if the B point is 0.4 to 0.5 and the C point is 0.4 to 0.5 as well. So the 80% pattern, I want that 80% pattern. So 0.4 to 0.5, and again this one should be 0.4 to 0.5. Okay, so I only want these patterns to be displayed. Right now we don't have them. Okay, let's go to set the pattern number 2. And pattern number 2 says, which one? 76 maybe. So 0.5 to 6. Let us do it this way. 0.5 to 0.6, 0.3 to 0.8. So we should have 0.5 to 0.6, 0.3 to 0.8. Okay, 113 stop loss, and the target should be 0.565. Okay, here it is. Current pattern is the one that is profitable because it is in the green zone. So current pattern is a good one. So keep this in mind. It is running. Probably it will hit the stop loss. Or sorry, take profit. Okay. So here it is. Here is the way how you set them in MPS according to your backtest. And of course, this is very smart. So you backtest them, you set MPS, and it only draws the best performing patterns. Okay, enough talking, let's do more work. So save this. Yes, keep using the format. Then go here, don't save that. And let's switch to 30-minute time frame and do this backtest one more time. So we'll load it. Smart Lab, double check the settings, looks okay. And it is testing. The 30-minute time frame has twice more bars if compared to 1 hour time frame. I start my backtest from the very beginning of the history that is allowed by my broker, and this history is 1999. So if I will go to the beginning of the chart, it is 2000, June 2000, not 1999 but June 2000. So I was wrong by half a year. So 20 years of backtest on 30-minute time frame. It takes 20 seconds. Well, 1 second per year. Okay, and then we will go to our files, MQL4 files, $. Now you see 30-minute appeared. So we open that time if you need that time. Then we go to this many patterns, 1794 patterns found totally. Again, overall the expectancy is negative, so you should not trade them as they are. Let's turn this into percentages. Let's go to use some conditional formatting, greater than, and we agreed to have 65 as our breakpoint. Okay, okay. Now it looks a bit different. For 30 minutes it looks this way, for 1 hour time frame it looks this way. So you may have settings for 30-minute time frame, and you may have settings for 1 hour time frame. So let's do the settings and let us set this. So the B point from 0.3 to 0.8, I mean this, and the C point is 0.4 to 0.5. So we will go to MPS and we will set that to false. Okay, pattern number 1, and that should be 0.3 to 0.8. And what was the C point? 0.4 to 5. 0.4 to 0.5. Okay, 786, 113 should be stop loss, and the target should be 0.56500. Okay, so here it is. Probable patterns. The one was here. So if we zoom it in, let me disable that auto scroll. So you can see that it actually hit the reversal and then hit targets and only then went to stop loss. So you see that was the winning pattern. Okay, let it be. And here's the magic. So we have this as 30-minute time frame. You only have pattern 1, and if we switch to 1 hour, we have different picture. We have settings for 1 hour time frame. You see that? You set special settings for 1 hour time frame, you set patterns for 30-minute time frame, and you will have different pictures. So this is only for that. Exactly the way we saved previously. Okay, enough about MPS. Let's go back to our backtesting. So what we need to do with this, let us save this, keep the formatting. Okay. Now what is here? Pattern optimizer, load, smart lab. Okay, let's go to $yen. Pattern optimizer, load, smart lab. Okay, dollar Canadian. Pattern optimizer, load, smart lab. Okay, Aussie dollar. Pattern optimizer, load, smart lab. Okay, and Euro yen. Let's go to Euro yen. Pattern optimizer, load, smart lab. Okay. So it looks like pound dollar was finished. So we go to our MQL4 files and we find pound dollar GBP USD strategy lab. Here it is. Go back to results, to the downside, exactly to results. Okay, and let's highlight those that are greater than which 65. Greater than 65. Okay, here you may pause the video to type down your results. Save it. Close it. Going back, what was that? Dollar yen. Dollar yen, strategy lab 60. So we go to the bottom. Okay, so turn them into percentages. Now we go to formatting that. Highlight cells greater than, and it should be 65. 65. Okay, so here are they. The best patterns. The greatest probability of win. Okay, just save it. Oh, it is saved into a different pattern. Cancel that. Yes, save this. And then I don't save that. What is next? Dollar Canadian 1 hour. USD Canadian 1 hour. Okay, so we go to the bottom. We turn that into percentages. Then we actually do conditional formatting. And it should be 65. Okay, here are the results, biased patterns for that. Okay, save it. Hope you had enough time to type that down. Dollar Canadian, Aussie dollar 1 hour, Aussie dollar, Australian, Aussie dollar. Here it is. Go to the bottom, turn into percentages. Okay, go to conditional formatting. 65 is the breakpoint, and here are they. Aussie dollar looks like we have more pattern variations that are profitable, yes. So we have 0.425 of B point and 0.4 to 0.8 of the C point. So we also have this, we also have that. Okay, best performance patterns. So now you can see that there is no need to argue which pattern is more accurate, either it is a bad pattern or a Gartley pattern. Statistics says for that. So I backtest 900 patterns on one pair, one time frame within 9 seconds or whatever, yes? 1 second per hour or per year. And I have enough patterns for reliable statistical data. Okay, don't save it. And then Aussie dollar euro yen is the last one for 1 hour time frame. And then I'll do the backtest for 30-minute time frame. Okay, so we turn that into percentage. We then go to highlight sales. 65 is the breakpoint. Okay, green here. Here are they. Here are the patterns. 100%, this may happen when you don't have very many patterns. Maybe 5, 3, or how many patterns, I don't know. These patterns are pretty rare. And it may happen that 100% of all patterns actually hit the take profit. Okay. Okay, so I close this, and what I will do, I will switch to 30-minute here, I will switch to 30-minute here, and I will switch this pair to 30-minute, I will switch this pair, and I will switch this pair. Okay, so pattern optimizer, load, smart lab, okay. Then go next, pattern optimizer, load, smart lab, okay. Then go next, pattern optimizer, load, smart lab, okay. One more, pattern optimizer, load, smart lab, okay. And one more, pattern optimizer, load, smart lab, okay. Looks like pound dollar is finished. Took 14 seconds, pound 1816. So we go to open data folder, go to MQL fallback, go to files, go to first pound dollar, GBP USD, 30-minute appeared. Now we have this thing. Go to our backtest file, turn this into percentages, and then we go to conditional formatting, and we should highlight those that are greater than 65%. So let them be green. So these are the patterns that are profitable for 30-minute time frame trading based on automated 100% objective backtest. Okay, so the next pair is dollar yen 30-minute. Dollar yen 30-minute. We have it. The backtest is done. So we turn this into percentages. We then go to conditional formatting. The breakpoint is 65. Let it be green. Here are the best patterns for dollar yen. Here are they, based on 1964 patterns. Okay. Save this. Yes. Okay, going next. Dollar Canadian, USD CAD, 30-minute. Okay, best patterns in the bottom. By itself, the statistics expectancy, mathematical expectancy is positive here. So far this is the best pair for trading with no optimization. But we will do some optimization, trade only those patterns that are greater than 65%, and in this case you see how many patterns we have here. Well, it is pretty typical for dollar Canadian, because dollar Canadian is the type of the pair that moves this way. It is not kind of trending like other pairs. This pair is moving this way. That's why we find lots of Gartleys that work on that pair. Okay, pretty. It is expected for that pair. Save this. And then don't save that. Dollar Canadian, Aussie dollar, 2 more pairs left. Aussie dollar, 30-minute strategy lab. Go in here, format that to percentages, additional formatting, and we go to 64 breakpoint, 65, sorry, and we highlight that green stuff. Now you can see the best performance patterns for that, those that are greater than 65%. Okay, let me save it. Then we go for our last Euro-Yen 30-minute. Euro-Yen 30-minute, and we have it here. Wow, it looks good. Euro-Yen looks pretty good. And we should have 65. You see how many winning patterns on Euro-Yen 65%, Euro-Yen 30-minute. So many patterns are winners. Although overall expectancy is a negative one, but here we have those patterns winning. Okay, save it. Okay, done. Well, that's it. The backtest is done. Hope you paused the videos when I demonstrated the results, and you write down all those tables, type down all those tables. Maybe you will print them out and actually pin them to your wall next to your monitors, next to your screens, actually to have a look of what patterns should be traded, what patterns should not be traded, based on 100 objective market research. Not based on some books, blah 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 stuff, when you actually don't know what actually happens, how the backtest was performed. Here in this video you saw everything. Patterns found. Guys, let's do some simple check. So we have patterns here, and 0.3 to 0.8, 0.4 to 0.5. So if we will go to the file, let's go to file, MQL4, files, and Euro-Dollar 30-minute, yes, Euro-USD 30-minute, and go here, and you know that this is the pattern of 0.3 to 0.8, so we should do the B point, C point, D point ratios, yes, and we should keep that formatting. Between the B point is between 0.4 to 0.6, I suppose, yes. No, not that. 0.3 to 0.8. I was wrong. Between 0.3 to 0.8. Select all. Okay. So from here, from 0.3 to 0.8, and the C point range should lay within 0.4 to 0.5. It should be between, is greater than or equal to 0.4, and it is less than or equal to 0.5. Okay, and let me double check the B point. Should be between, is greater than or equal to 0.3, is less than or equal to 0.8. Okay, so now we have only patterns with this B point and C point ratios. So here are some times. If we will randomly pick up a date, Control C to copy that, and we will go to hit the space bar, and we will paste it here. Yes, and then we will disable auto scroll, by the way, and then we will hit the enter. We will be automatically placed to that date. So let us also place a vertical line, and in that line place that time. So vertical line is the time of pattern completion. So you can see that the pattern completes on this candle. Here's the vertical line, yes, and then it goes blah 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 to stop loss, and it is 29.2. the stop loss is 1.44070, so we can check that. What is this? Entry, offset, stop, target. So let's go. The entry 44.36.2, 44.36.2, offset, then goes stop loss 44.07, yes, 44.07, and the target 44.52.7, 44.52.7. Guys, if we will go next, randomly pick some other pattern, Control C, probably here, yes, and then we will place our vertical line there to find it quickly, and then we will place the time here, and we will go, and here's the pattern, and in this case it was a winner. Previous one was a loss, and in this case this one was a winner. 13.33, 1.13.33 was the target. So 1.13.63, 1.13.62.9. Wow, it is pretty close, and the winner was 8.1 pips, and it says it was 8.1 pips. 8 pips, 8.1. Okay, so you can see that these patterns are exactly those that MPS draws. So it draws patterns on history, and the pattern optimizer backtests these patterns. Let's go closer to the beginning of that. Control C, and then we go here, Control V, and we go to that time, Control V as well. Here's the pattern, and it was a winner as well. This time it was 22 risk, and it turned into winner. So we go here, it was 12.4 win, 12.4. We can set this to check it. Okay, 12.3. 24.46.3 was the entry 24.46.3, the stop loss 24.68.3, 24.68.3, and the target was 24.33.9, 24.33.9, so it exactly coincides. Okay, well, hope you understood this, the way it works. We can also do it the inverse way. We can find a pattern on history. Let us scroll somewhere, I don't know, page up, something of this kind, and we will slowly scroll it, and we see a pattern that appeared. It completed on this time. Vertical line properties, we copy this, Control C, yes, then we go here, and in our Excel we type Control F to find, we type this is our time, and it should find it. Couldn't find what you're looking, well, we'll find it manually. So it is 3rd July 18, 10:30. 3rd July 18, 10:30. 3rd July 18, 3rd July 18, 10:30. Okay, so the entry was 116.68.8, 116.68.8, the stop loss 17.03, so the stop loss 17.03, and the target is 16.49.5. 16.49.5. So you see this? Patterns are drawn exactly the same way as they were backtested, and patterns are backtested exactly the same way as they were drawn. So it gives an enormous possibility for MPS users. The statistics, historical statistics, will actually coincide with what was backtested. Okay. Well, that's it for today. Hope you like this video. Next time I will do more backtesting. Comment please what pairs, what time frames you want me to backtest to show you 100% objective, 100% reliable statistical data for all possible Gartley variations. And until then, good luck and good trading. I hope to see you soon.